Hello, I'm St. Sir Nicholas, and yep, there is indeed some big Space Marine news. So there's rules updates, but here's the big stuff. Tactical squads, Devastator squads, Suppressor squads, yep, they are all are not going to be in the codex anymore. They're going to be used now as proxies for the closest Primaris things. Petro Cantor and Uriel Ventress are going to be counting as captains, and all these things are going to become legends. So this is definitely a sad time. I think we all knew that this day would come. I remind you all that there's still the Horus Heresy if you want to play with many of these units, and you can play Chaos Space Marines, so I think we'll be keeping at least some of this in some shape or form. And of course, most importantly, these things all still exist in the lore. So, of course, your stories that you love so much, that I love so much, they still happened in Warhammer 40k, and that's what really counts. But yeah, as for me, I have many of these models, so it's it's difficult. Yeah. Like I remember in sixth and seventh edition when I played 40k a lot, I almost always took one or sometimes two Storm Talons. Often I used my Storm Raven, and they won me so many games. And of course the tactical squad, the absolute that's the 40k unit since the beginning. So it's definitely a lot to take in. And I am glad though that at least GW is saying how to use them, and they didn't just say you can't use them at all anyway. But it's it's kind of rough. I hope I really hope that they continue to show these vehicles and units in the lore. And who knows, maybe in a few years they'll release some of the stuff with revamped model kits. I don't know. I at least hope keep on seeing them in stories. But yeah, it's rough, and also I think this drives home why it's so important. Collect an army that you love, that you enjoy painting, that you enjoy the very basic idea of how it plays. I think that's the best way to collect Warhammer, unless you are fabulously wealthy and can afford to like drop $1,000 a month on an army that you might never use again. And if you are, I mean, fair enough. But most of us aren't like that, and yeah, and yeah. So, hmm. Okay. Something else that I've noticed is this seems to imply that maybe Grey Knights will be getting this. However, none of this seems to be applying to Grey Knights, I think. Honestly, I hope that Grey Knights keep their they have Storm Ravens, but I think they have Razorbacks for the rest of it. Honestly, offhand, I can't tell you which units other than that they might use. And something else I want to say. I'm sorry if this video is that good. I'm just, just getting the news now and sharing my thoughts. Something else I want to say is definitely, please, whether you are like relieved and you're like, okay, we can move on to the more interesting guys, and if you prefer the old stuff, you literally have hundreds of novels and some computer games. That's cool. Or if you're heartbroken because you collected a whole chapter of Firstborn, or you're someone like me who has very low in the way of Primaris, mostly collected Firstborn, or if you're a Xenos player and you've got your own thing going on there, whatever the case is, of course, I do ask everyone, please, please be respectful. Please, if you are a fan of Warhammer, if you are a 40k fan, remember that this is something you like, and there are going to be things that you might not always love in it, but hold to what you enjoy. And whether you're a fan or you don't know anything about Warhammer, in which case thank you for sticking around this long in this video, or even if this is what made you say that you don't love the IP anymore, you're selling your models, whatever the case is, I would ask you please be respectful, be kind, and whatever you do, don't try to degrade the hobby for anyone else. Because I know that when these sorts of things happen, some people feel that they'll make it better, they think, by trying to make everyone else miserable. You're not, that's not going to make you better. Some people think that buying into grifters and these people who they don't care about Warhammer, they don't care about the game or the lore or any of it. It's just a tool. It's just a proxy for them to push their agenda. Don't buy into those people either, please. And I understand that if this upsets you and you want to take a step back, or even if you've soberly considered it and you decide you want to sell off your stuff, I mean, I wouldn't recommend that, selling your stuff. I think keep hold of it. Maybe you'll enjoy it later. Maybe you can come back to it. But still, whatever it is, please be respectful in the wake of this news. And on the other side, if you benefit from these changes, if you are going to be enjoying your toughness 6 Terminators with strength 5 Stormbolters, if you are going to be running around the battlefield with your 8-inch move, and this is awesome, and you're just going to dominate the field, then that's cool. Be happy, enjoy that. Play the models you can, have a great time. But just don't be mean about it, that these things are getting changed and these things aren't really going to be seeing the table as much. Also, I have to admit, this is a really good picture. I've always liked the bone white scheme, and maybe a little bit of green here and there. Though there is something kind of off-putting to me seeing it on things that aren't Terminators, even vehicles. But still, I really like this color scheme. I think there's a chapter or two who they all wear the bone white, which is pretty awesome, I feel. And, oh yeah, here's another thing I want to talk about. Space Marines are going to cost more and become more powerful, and I do hope that you still can bring a fairly large number of them, because, I don't want them to be custodies or knights where you've only got, a handful of miniatures on the field. I definitely think having, a whole bunch of guys similar to this, honestly, or, a whole bunch of these guys should be very valid and playable, but yeah, I understand making it so that they feel more elite and 3 attacks. Wow. 5. Huh, that's amazing. I'm sorry. Yeah. So I understand them feeling more elite and trying to have these smaller armies fight bigger armies because, in the canon, they fight these huge armies, which would be really impractical to replicate 1-to-1 because you'd need to give them a ton of rules and special abilities that would take way too long to handle. And besides, the guard player or the orc player would have to have 800 miniatures, literally, and that'd be really tedious to paint. It would make a lot of money for GW, though, perhaps, and I do think this will make it easier for people who are totally new, of course, because they need to buy less stuff and paint less stuff to get an army if their units are going to cost more, so yeah. I feel like I'm repeating myself and not having really much else to say, so thank you for listening to my ramblings. Have a great day.